Welcome to another episode of Farmer Insight Podcast. And this episode is very, very important for black men's health and life. It's a very important episode to me. Please, black men, be careful of black women tears. I know y'all keep hearing me say this, but it's very true. Hold on. This shit out of line. This is out of line. There's a woman out there that would create a false narrative to be a victim in your story, although the story may not happen, it may mention something from a story, but they will make a narrative and act like they are the victim. Right? So there's plenty of times in the black community, it happens other ways, but let's talk about the black community because this happens a lot and it's unspoken about. A lot of black women go out there. They're literally out there starting shit, fighting niggas, lying on other men, and setting niggas up. And what they do is they'll go to report to a nigga who they fucking or they fucking with who are simping for them. They will go there and make a cry or a plea. Oh, this happened to me. This guy X, Y, and Z. And nigga won't even question her. They're like, word, we on it. And go and so-called defend her honor. And not realizing this may be the last day you even see your own family. Both ways. One way could be you can be murdered from somebody else defending themselves, or you can actually murder the person, and guess what happens to you? You in jail for the rest of your life. You in jail for the rest of your life. And what happens to the female? Nothing. Nothing will happen to the female. She's going to say, well, I ain't telling him to do that. That's the line she's going to use when you so-called defending her honor. I ain't telling him to do that, but meanwhile, I told niggas to do it. This happens way too much in Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Bronx, and Manhattan. This happens way too much. Shit, I'm a victim of it. There's women online right now as we speak when this podcast is being recorded that doxed my address online and told me to come outside and put my address online and my full name online because their feelings got hurt because they misconstrued what I was saying. A false narrative that was kept to that person. Do you understand how dangerous that is? You don't know what I got in my house. That is a danger to me and for the person who's coming to so-called harm me. Right? That is a crime. That is a crime. So therefore, you thought that it was okay to put out my information because you misunderstood my message. But you go around crying online, playing victim for a false narrative. Do you understand people why I say black women tears are dangerous? I'm not the only man who goes through this I'm not the only person that does this. These types of black women are no good. There's black hoes and bitches. There's black women, right? But then even in the black women section, you do got different types of black women. You got evil black women. You got good black women. You got grimy black women. You got helpful black women. You got caring black women. It's in the mix, right? But We got to get out this mindset that just because the person's a woman, she's automatically right of what she says. And the dudes out there need to check that. How many brothers we have lost behind a woman making up a false narrative or lying on somebody and having niggas come run to the guy's house to hurt him because her feelings was hurt. But the same woman would literally say she didn't tell you to do it. I didn't make him do it. When are we going to wake up from this, man? When? This is so crazy to me, yo. So y'all got dudes out there willing to sacrifice your freedom and your life behind a woman emotion that can be good one moment, next 5 minutes another way, next 5 minutes another way, next 5 minutes another way. You're gonna put that over your objective like mindset, your objective logical mindset. You're gonna put that over that. You'd be a terrible leader then. You'll be a terrible leader. No man should literally put a woman's extreme emotions over your logic and your freedom. What about your daughter who you gotta protect? What about your wife who you gotta protect? Or what about your mother who you wanna protect? Right? Your mother. That's your mom. You wanna protect your mother, which is given. What about all of that type of things? You're gonna give all that stuff up and harm somebody because a girl told you to harm him because she don't like what you said. Let me get something straight. They always say you can't hit a woman or hit somebody over words. Or a woman hits you, don't hit her back. They'll say, she hits you, that don't mean you can hit her back. She's a woman, she's a woman, she's a woman. Or if I were to smack a woman, if a woman says, she called me, let's say she called me the F word. You F word, we know what that means. And I smack her. People would say you can't hit women over words. Fine, I agree with that. Yep, 100%. So is it okay for women to try to get niggas killed off words? The reason why women the way they are now, these types of women, is because it's been unchecked mental health issues this whole time. It's been unchecked. Their behavior has been unchecked. If you don't check children on their bad behavior, they will become more aggressive and set bad behavior. I give you an example. If you have a child right now, and your child wake up in the morning, if you allowed your child to pick what he want to eat, he's going to have sweets and candy for breakfast majority of the times. You have to regulate that and check that and let them know why that can't happen, right? For them to have a healthy, balanced breakfast and nutrition matters in your life for growth. If you don't tell them that, they wouldn't understand. Now, when it comes down to these type of black women in general, but this talking about this type was about black women and black women's stairs. But if they can't get told what they're doing is wrong and they can't get critiqued and everybody's babying up like they're perfect, what's going to end up happening, they don't have no room for growth. So therefore, whatever you say, it blocks out. And then you wonder why black people in general, the black woman, the black man is at the totem pole. At the bottom of the totem pole. And you wonder why. Because as a black man, they say, hey, Maddox, you can't critique black people or you must hate your own kind. You must hate your mother. You must hate yourself. Then they say, We are not a monolith. We are not. Okay? So if we're not a monolith, like you say we're not, why would you shame me or call me a coon, Uncle Tom sellout? Because I don't agree with some black people views. To me, it sounds like we're pretty much a monolith in that regard. If we're not a monolith, why do black people vote overwhelmingly 85 to 90% Democrat regularly? And if anybody black vote Republican instead of Democrat, they are a house Negro. They're disrespected for having conservative views. This is bullshit. This is BS, man. But back to my original point, man. Men out there, please be aware of evil women that's only using you, I'm trying to coin this phrase, social security guards. These women only use y'all as social security guards. That's what y'all only good for. They will call you to do their nasty bidding. Like if they own black men. In some part, they may do own black men. At at this time, black women what? Get him. Get him. And men just run out. Aye, aye, Captain. No questions asked. Because black women today know that they have black men wrapped around their finger. They know this. So they only tend to, they don't want to call black men to actual problem solve. They only want to call black men to do destruction of their bidding. You ain't my mother. You ain't my father.
He hates black people. Oh, God, all he does is criticize black guys.
Am I right? It's all y'all do. How many dead black men are on the hands of black women? Let's talk about it. Yes, the black man is to blame for pulling the trigger or X, Y, and Z. Yes, he's 100% to blame for that, right? He gets held responsible. He gets put to jail for 25 years or sometimes life. But why don't we hold the woman accountable? She should be in jail also because she set the motion. She set the crime in motion. Most of the time, they don't go to jail. That's why they keep doing it. Because there's no actions or no consequences for them for putting set crime in motion. Right now, if I literally set up a drug transaction, although I didn't sell drugs, they will put me down for RICO. I would literally be a part of a RICO case and get indicted for setting up drug trades. So why can't those type of women be in the same type of RICO scenario in those cases? If a woman set up a murder or set in motion for a man to get hurt or killed, and the man do get hurt or killed, why is it only the murderer gets charged in majority of cases and the woman goes scot-free? Let's look at Travis Rudolph. Once again, I love bringing up Travis Rudolph case. She set it in motion to get her brothers and her friends to hurt her Travis Rudolph, which is her ex-boyfriend, because they had an altercation at home, at his house, which she lied on, by the way, but different story, different day. And it ended up resulting in a black man dying. But yet, the black man who pulled the trigger in self-defense was jailed for 2 years before he got free, and the woman didn't spend not one day in jail. This is why they keep doing it. There's no consequences, man. Thanks to extreme feminism, man. There's no consequences, man. And black men, I'm begging y'all out there, please check the women in your family, the girl you're dating. Check these people, man. They are dangerous to society. Not all women. I'm talking about these types of women. And the dudes who react like this off impulse are also a danger to society. Craziness, man. With that being said, man. Later. Nah, hold up. One thing I'm gonna say. Ain't later yet. Ladies, let me ask y'all a question. Why do y'all think it's okay for y'all to put other black men's lives in jeopardy? Because your feelings got hurt, or you didn't like what the next man said. Why is it okay for you to put men's lives in jeopardy? Why? Answer that question to me in the comments below. I'm out.